Hey everyone, welcome back to The Range. My name is Matt, and a few people on Reddit don't like me saying this, but the king of FN 5.7x28mm. We have a brief overview video today. Long been asked for on various 5.7 forums and Facebook groups. Palmetto State Armory answered the call. Say hello to our Rock Compact. Ooh, fancy. We sport a chopped barrel and chopped grip designed to be more EDC friendly. Now, full transparency, Palmetto State Armory sent me this 5.7 Rock Compact to review with no strings attached. I do have an active affiliate with them, but this was sent for me to provide feedback to them. Their initial launch date, I think, was October of 2024, but it got pushed back a little bit so that they had more production units on hand. I don't want to turn this into a dedicated review, so I'll try to make this as short as possible. If you're new to the FN 5.7, effectively it is a high velocity 22 caliber round that would fit in rolls where you normally find like 9mm 40 or 45, but in theory with better ballistics and terminal performance. Our higher performing rounds can propel our 40 grain loads at around 18 to 1900 feet per second, while some of our lighter offerings like the 28 grain OTM can be anywhere upwards of 2600 feet per second from some of our boutique offerings. However, in order to get those velocities, typically one needs a longer barrel. The 5.7 cartridge was originally designed around a 10.4 inch barrel, and then the pistol was an afterthought after it. So it's long been thought that you're going to need anywhere from a 4.8 to a 5.5 inch barrel that is commonly offered in our pistols, and that going any shorter would cost us a lot in the velocity in our terminal effects department. The 5.7 Rock Compact sports a 4.3 inch barrel and a chopped grip. Because of the chopped grip, the magazine capacity has been reduced from 23 rounds to 21. And with the original Rock magazines, you could fit a 24th round in there, but you can only seriously fit 21 in this magazine. Your standard magazines will fit in the Rock Compact, but will actually hang below the grip. All other exterior dimensions and controls are identical on the full-size Rock versus the Compact, save that the Compact only has 2 slots for our 1913 Picatinny rail versus our full-size having 3. I would like to see PSA add more rail slots all the way back to our trigger guard on both models, so that sometimes when you mount certain light accessories, you can get those activation paddles closer to our trigger guard. Field stripping the Compact is identical to the full size. Once you've cleared your firearm, you'll pull the trigger, you'll pull the slide back slightly while pulling down on a little takedown button, and then you'll slide the slide forward, up, and off. All of our internal components appear to be the same, except for our recoil spring assembly. This is the full size with a little button on the back that helps push the barrel into place for final assembly. It looks like on the Compact we've gone to a dual recoil assembly. As I mentioned, our Rock Compact has a 4.3 inch barrel versus our 4.7 or 4.75 on the standard. So the overall length is around 300,000 shorter. Then because of the chopped grip, the Compact is around 450,000 shorter. Now, as far as weight goes, what's interesting is that our Compact weighs 22.6 ounces with an empty magazine and this little half-ounce primary arms compact red dot versus the 22.6 ounces that our full-size weighs. Now, this particular full-size does not have the optic cut on it, so that could make up for a little bit of that weight discrepancy there. We've put approximately 550 rounds through this gun with 0 issues. We did add an Eden Perfection flat face trigger kit on there to test that out from them, as well as our Access Arms +7 magazine extension, which on the Compact magazine ends up being a +6. We fired all kinds of rounds from SS 198, 195, 192, 190, even our Black Dragon Fang, Elite Ammunition T6B, Hornady Black, Fiocchi, AAC VMAX, etc., etc. And that brings us the question, how much velocity are we actually losing by going to this 4.3 inch barrel over our standard 4.7? Well, given I'm also the ammo nerd, let's take a look at these spreadsheets that I include in all my ammunition reviews so we can look at the cold, hard numbers. Going from that 4.8 inch barrel down to this 4.3, it looks like we're only losing around 30 to possibly 70 feet per second depending on that load. That is way less than I actually thought. And then when we fire our AAC VMAX from our 4.3 inch barrel, we're actually outperforming that same SS-197 if it was fired from the 5.2-inch barrel rock. We'll continue to run more rounds downrange in this compact as we use it over time so that we can get a solid review on it and see how it does after a few more thousand rounds. But I think this particular platform is viable for those looking for, an EDC or a more compact 5.7 for carry if you end up using the higher performance ammunition out of it over the standard Fiocchi or FN loadings. So you're looking at, say, the AAC, VMAX, or FMJ loads, or a Hornady Black, or Critical Defense, or anything, from Elite Ammunition, or Vanguard Outfitters, or R&R Weapon Systems, etc., etc. The Rock is becoming one of my more favorite platforms in 5.7, and it's even kind of rivaling the original OG 5.7. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here, but at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number one is my family. Amy is behind the camera pushing the buttons and reading your books, so a big thank you to her. Deacon would like to remind you all to like, subscribe, and share these videos so that if there are other people looking for this information, that little YouTube algorithm that likes to shadow ban us doesn't work as well when you guys do all that. Number two are my Patreon, Subscribe Star, and YouTube channel members. I have a campsite in the description below. It's a landing page, and there's affiliate links and discount tracking codes in there. And what I do with those is I put all that money back in the channel. I'm never here to really push sales to you guys. I'm here to give you guys cold hard data. And if you're going to make that purchase after doing your own research, you want to say thank you to the channel, that's what those links are there for. Number three are the fine gentlemen over at Palmetto State Armory. Again, in full transparency, sent me this 5.7 Rock Compact to review with no strings attached. And of course, number four is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.